Good morning.
Good morning. This is a trick start. I love the trick start.
I know it. That's right.
Welcome to Younger Life Live.
Thanks for joining us today. We have a great show. We're going to be talking about the WIC program, finding out all things about WIC. So I'm really looking forward to it.
It's been a long time since I've actually used WIC. I mean, my kids are older now.
Yeah.
So, but for the first kid, we were definitely using WIC.
Well, and I think it's a great program that people don't know enough about. So I know they're going to be one of LaPorte Hospital's partners in a event coming up later this month on June 21st. It's called the Mommy Meetup event. So we're going to be speaking with the WIC office just to find out more about WIC in general. So
it is a great program.
But we have to touch base about the weekend. So Rick's off today.
I'm sure
much
he
deserved,
is.
Much deserved day off. I mean,
gosh.
honestly, poor guy. I think with this Maple City Grand Prix, he is probably. Hopefully he's still in bed, sound asleep, because he probably needs it. I know better, but he should be.
Yeah, he's probably doing something. He's cleaning something or adjusting something.
I'm sure he is.
But I went on Saturday, and I'm not even kidding you. Oh, your kids are out there, they're dancing. I love it. So that's exercising right there. I wish you could see this. But I went on Saturday, and I took the boys, my 3 boys out there. And I'm still recuperating.
I bet.
From Saturday, and he was there Saturday all day, and then he went back.
He was
Sunday
there Friday and Saturday.
He was there Friday
and Sunday.
night. Yeah. If I'm still recuperating from Saturday, and I tend to find energy reserves from unknown places.
Yeah. Oh, certainly.
I know this guy. He put it out. He expended all of his energy.
Yeah.
And he got that crowd rocking Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
He's great. I mean, he's great with people. People love him. He's fabulous. And he's really good in crowds like that, you know? So that's a lot of fun. I really wanted to go to the races. We did not end up going. My husband was, it was his weekend at work, unfortunately. And it's something he really wanted to attend as well. But he was on 12-hour Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which really stinks. So instead, the kids and I, and because of him working the 12-hour days, weekends, we, our extended family was going camping, and we opted not to go because we didn't want to leave Daddy at home. But then again, so the races come up, and then he's like, "Oh, I really want to go though." So we opted not to go to those, and instead we did. Instead, we just drove to the. It was about 3 hours to the campground where everybody was.
Family trip.
Just hung out, just the kids and I. So that way, at least we still got to come home, and that was really nice.
Get some fresh air.
But anyway, I have to say, we got back to. We went through LaPorte. We don't live in LaPorte, so we went through LaPorte on our way home. Mm-hmm. I could not believe nearly 11 o'clock at night was about what time we went through town and how crowded town still was.
See, I'm not familiar with the area. So for me, I was like, man, this town is just always rocking. Of course, it was because of the
oh my goodness. I know. Yeah. Well, I did touch base with Rick over the weekend, and it sounds like there were incredible amounts of people there. And I'm glad. Thank God. I mean, that's fabulous. It's great for our community.
Well, you throw an event like this. It's a world, the world is looking, the world is watching. Yeah.
I love it. And I think too, I believe, it was opening weekend as far as for the boat racing season goes. For
I don't recall. Boats. I was just lost in a moment.
It really sounds amazing. So I mean, next year, we're going to have to go, especially with the kids being a little bit bigger. I know it's an exhausting event. Just anytime you're in that kind of crowd and, there's going to be a lot of walking and stuff, although it's a lot of fun, that's going to be tiring.
I don't want to use the word draining because draining sounds negative,
right.
But it was draining on the sense that there was so much to see, so much to do. We were talking to lots of people. My kids were, there was like unlimited, like you had to buy like this armband thing. Mm-hmm. And then there was like unlimited bouncy house rides.
Oh, wow.
The kids were doing it for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Bouncing around, and I'm trying to wrangle them, and the boats are coming through, and I'm trying to keep one eye on the boats, and they're coming at you at 100 miles an hour.
See,
that's
turn
so
real quick. Awesome.
Like,
that's amazing, and the skill that requires is pretty incredible too. I have to know, did you get in the bouncy houses?
I tried. I think you had to be a kid.
Really?
So I put on a propeller hat and I grabbed a giant lollipop.
Yeah,
tried
to fake it.
Yeah, they.
Well, I've got a funny story about bouncy houses. And this is a bouncy pad, not a bouncy house, but it's like an open thing, so it's not an enclosed thing. But at the campground, they actually had it's called a bounce pad, is what it is.
Okay.
It's really long, and it's open, but it is an inflatable bounce pad.
Gotcha.
Well, I didn't see any restrictions, so I got on it.
If you don't see anything.
Let me tell you, my kids were on it, and a bunch of other kids from the campground and nieces and nephews were on it. And I got on and thought, man, this is a really good workout, okay? It is, because you're really, you're
just keeping your legs
bouncing,
stable, too.
But just trying to get to really bouncing on one of these heavy duty inflatables. It was a lot of workout. So it was fun. So I started like doing a frog hop around and it's so funny. One of my daughters was like, "Mom, please,
You're
there
so
are
awesome.
other."
Everyone's looking at you.
No, she was so embarrassed. She was like, "Please, there are people watching." I said, "They're kids." And guess what? I'm the frog and you're the flies. So I started chasing kids, even kids I didn't know. Oh man, but the kids loved
Of
it,
course they
except
do.
my own.
Yeah.
My own were done, and my oldest niece, she said, "Okay, yeah, we're good. We're going back to the campsite now." And I thought that was funny. I said, "You guys, look, younger, longer. Look at that.
Younger,
it was a lot
longer,
it was
man.
a lot of fun.
I'm bouncing, I'm smiling, I'm having a good time.
I was
Come on.
winded a lot faster than the flies were that I was chasing, but this frog was tired, but it was fun. So it was a really good time. We had a great time, and it was a nice weekend. I hope everybody out there had a nice weekend. It was beautiful. It really was. Even when it looked like rain.
Well, Saturday, it was that threat, that looming.
Yeah.
I mean, it did spit a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, being out there, it really didn't matter because it came through. It maybe lasted about an hour, and it wasn't even rain. It was just more of a threat. And then the clouds stayed all day, so it got cooler later. But at the same time, being out on the beach and watching the stuff that's going on, I would rather it be overcasty than everyone getting sunburned.
Absolutely. Truthfully, I know yesterday was graduation at a few schools. And the same thing, it appeared early part of the day, like the wind, I thought, ooh, I hope it doesn't storm. A lot of kids have parties outside and they're, commencement parties. And I thought, oh man, I really hate the thought of that for those people that have to endure that. But it ended up being such a gorgeous day. So great weekend to get outside and get active.
And with the graduation parties, man, the class of 2016,
crazy.
It's so weird that you have this new crop of adults going into the world.
It's
Younger
nuts.
Life, baby.
I know it. It's nuts, but it's exciting. So congratulations to all those families too.
Congratulations.
I say let's go ahead and call the. We're going to be speaking with Dottie.
All right, now I'm new to this whole phone system here, right?
So I better put my headphones on.
You do that, and I'm going to try to do this, and we'll see how this all works together. So let's see here. Well, was he calling with the? Nope, that's not how this is going to work. It's going to work down here. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm not gonna make the phone call on the air. I'm just going to move my head off to the side for a second here, because let's see. I'll put it up real close here, so you can get the magic of how telephone calls work. So,
on a real phone.
21st century technology right here, my friend. Let's see. No. Yeah. So, let me go ahead and try that again. Is he singing? I think he is. Let's see. All right.
That's probably a symptom of desperation. I'm not sure, but
I'm going to have to get that phone number from you again because this number's not coming up right there. So
okay, I don't want to say it on the air.
No. I'm going to give you this paper and give you this pen. See, people were like, what's going on in the studio? This is what's going on. So there you are. We're going to do this. So I got to keep the words going, or you'll think that we just left because it's like nothing happening. So
the number is correct. You know what? Let me, why don't I take one little pause here? I'm going to call her and have her call us.
You do that.
I'm going to have her call us at our normal call-in line.
There you go. Just do that. So anyway, again, the weekend was a lot of fun. I was really impressed with the amount of food that was out there. You make the phone call. I'm talking to the public. I'm talking to the people.
Good deal. I'm listening.
I'm bringing the information to the people. So lots of food vendors out there. I tried some Jamaican food, which I haven't had since I was a kid because we grew
jerk
up,
stuff.
Jerk,
oh wow,
everything.
Man, I'm telling you.
So we grew up kind of Caribbean. So we had I got to expose my kids to a little bit of Jamaican food, a little Jamaican flair. Then we ate some pizza, and then we had elephant ears, which is always good. They asked me what elephant ears are made of, and I told them a weird story. So
This is Mary. I have to let you know we're having a hard time reaching from this.
Check 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on?
Would you mind to call us if I give you our call hotline? Okay, it's 219.
Hey, you guys need to hear this phone number.
861.
This is our phone number.
1632.
That's behind the curtain right there.
Yes, please.
We could give that number out again.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. So funny. See, look, it's amazing the things we can do these days. And now everybody out there has our phone number. Again. 219-861-1632. If you have any questions, it will bounce to another line after we're speaking with Dottie, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have any questions about the WIC program, we would be happy to ask for you.
Actually, it's funny because I will have some. Here we go. Let's see
good deal.
Let's try it. Welcome to YoungerLife Live. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Dottie.
Hi.
Thank you so much for calling.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, so I want to let everybody know that we have Dottie from the WIC office, and Rick Federici happens to be off today, so you're on with me and Mike Sanders.
Okay.
Rick Sanders.
Look at that, I'm putting you together. You guys, that's
All
fantastic.
right. Well, happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me to be on air.
Oh, we're thrilled. I was so happy that you said you would do it. I feel like, could we start with the basics and tell us what WIC stands for and what the WIC program actually is?
Absolutely. WIC is a nutrition program, and it stands for Women, Infants, and Children. A nutrition program that helps pregnant women, new moms, infants, and children up to age 5 eat well and stay healthy. We provide special designed foods for special nutrition needs. We do nutrition counseling and health screenings and assessments.
Wow.
We monitor especially the children's height, weight, and iron, so the moms can be sure that their children are growing strong.
Wow.
WIC gives moms a healthy start, pregnant moms a healthy start. We do referrals to connect families with resources that they might need.
Can I ask what kind of resources?
Like a doctor, dentist, help with housing,
Wow.
rent.
So you just
anything.
answered a question that I wasn't aware of. So a family is not sent to you through their doctor? They could just call you and then get a doctor if they don't have one, like that?
Absolutely. We can
Wow.
refer them to doctors. The Women's Care Center is another good program that we work with. Dunebrook, Healthy Families, all those types of agencies. We are sponsored by Northwest Community Action Agency that also provides a lot of services to the community. So no, we're not just a nutrition program. Well, we are, but we do a lot of referrals to help families find some resources that they might need.
That's fantastic. Can you tell us, Dottie, how long you've been working
How'd
with
you
the
find
WIC?
your way to?
I have been here for 24 years.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
And one of my favorite things to ask everyone is, how did you kind of, how did you evolve there? How did you end up getting in the WIC program,
Okay.
and finding it to be such a good fit? 24 years is a long time. That's fabulous.
It's a great fit, and I love this program, so it hasn't been it's gone by so fast. I initially worked for a dentist for 20 years. I've always worked in the medical field. I worked at Memorial Hospital in the health department, and then I was approached by the coordinator of this program because we met at different meetings, and she had an opening for a nurse, and I took the job, and I love it.
Wow. That's
cool.
really neat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you guys actually do, you track the children's growth too. So you said up to age 5?
Up to age 5, yes. We do
Wow.
heights, weights, hemoglobins. We do nutrition counseling. We do breastfeeding support. There's a lot going on
That's
that
a
maybe
big one.
families don't know about.
Yeah, that's so many things. I wasn't aware. I did know that it was a nutrition.
Well, yeah, I just thought of the
like a nutrition assistance kind of thing. I didn't really
the
realize.
tuna fish, the
Right.
carrots, the milk, but I didn't
Wow.
realize it was like a kind of holistic approach to what you're doing.
Right.
I love that take on it. I feel like that
I
makes
do
such a
too.
big difference.
And I tell you what, we've met so many wonderful people here that come to our program because they want to have healthy children, and they want their families to be healthy, and it just kind of, we like to have it more of a friendly, open environment.
I love that.
I
Is
guess
this
I'm
is
passionate
this
about this? So.
is this program available only to residents that live in LaPorte?
No. Actually, the LaPorte County WIC, we have 2 offices, one in LaPorte on State Street, and then we have one in Michigan City that's on State and Spring Street. It is available throughout the LaPorte County. We have people coming from all over to our offices.
Wow.
It is a national program.
It is.
It is.
Wow.
It
That's
is.
fantastic.
Oh, it's amazing. It really is. Sorry, get a little passionate here.
No, I love that.
stay
Please.
passionate. This is awesome.
I love that. And I think that is why I love to know you're still passionate after 24 years about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really is what makes all the difference.
Well, that's the power of doing something good for so long. I mean, how can you not be passionate about what you're doing?
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you. But it's a team here. We have wonderful coworkers and have the same feeling I have, and our sponsoring agency, that all here for the same reason. But it is a federally funded program.
Okay.
It starts out with the United States Department of Agriculture, and then it goes down to the individual states, and then sponsoring agencies like our Northwest Community Action Agency oversees our program.
Wow.
So it is available throughout the United States.
And so take a young couple. They're in a hospital. They just had a baby. How do they find out about WIC, and what are the qualifications?
Okay. Well, we do have a great referral service from the doctors, because they know that about our fund, our program, and the hospitals also. They can contact us by phone. We can set up appointments right on the telephone. I know, because a lot of young families, when you're starting out, things can be a little bit tight, and this program helps with that little bit of extra support and nutrition, because we also give checks for nutritious food, and I can go over that with you in a little bit.
Yes, please.
So to qualify, we are an income-based program. However, if the participant has TANF or SNAP, which used to be food stamps, or Medicaid, that automatically income qualifies them for the program.
Okay.
Okay.
And a pregnant mom is counted as a family of two. So, for instance, if we have a family of four, they can make almost $45,000 a year and still qualify.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
It's fantastic. Now, when you say you can help when things get tight, so it is just, I just want to be clear for those people that are curious, it's just nutritious food that you're helping with?
Well, along with that, we do, the support, the assessments, and the referrals.
I love the nutrition, the teaching about healthy nutrition. I love that.
I do too.
But I think that's fantastic. So I'm kind of curious. You're not actually giving the food itself. You're giving like an allowance or...
Like
well, actually, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, please.
We actually, right now, we issue checks that state certain food items that the participant may get. For instance, and they can use these checks at our local grocery stores. They can purchase baby formula, milk, cereal, juice, yogurt, eggs, cheese, peanut butter, beans, whole wheat bread, brown rice, whole wheat tortillas, corn tortillas, fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables, and baby foods when the baby is 6 months old.
Wow.
So that's pretty nice.
That's really nice. I mean, that's fantastic, and that is something that every household uses regardless.
Well,
so
like I
that's
said,
really
when
nice.
when I had my first child, my daughter, we used WIC, and it was and it was one of those things on the you could see it, that you could get this, you could get that, and it really it's not even just the fact that you can get this good food that that the mother to be needs and the baby soon is going to need. It reminds you of the foods you should be eating.
Yes.
So you could go out and you can get Twinkies because she's having a craving, something like that. But
Yeah,
at the
certainly.
same time, it's like you put some brown rice on, you get some yogurt, you get the carrots or the tuna fish, and it's like, okay, what? Let's do that.
Yeah.
We do offer nutrition classes also.
Wow.
So to help with, teaching how to use the WIC foods, we do the prenatal nutrition, breastfeeding support classes. So we have a lot going on here. And
Yes.
I'm so happy that you knew about our program and we're happy with it.
Oh,
My
used
goodness,
it
it
was
seems
great.
like your staff. Do you have is it a very large staff? I mean, that's a lot of area to cover, you know?
It is, and we're very busy, but like I said, we all have the same passion and to be out there and in our community. We have like I said, we have a lot of hardworking young people that come here. They need us and they need a little support, and we're here for that.
Is there a
We've
time
been
limit?
there, done that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's very true. Is there a time limit that, so someone goes through, would contact the office, and I'm assuming there was paperwork to fill out to find out if they're approved or not. And then how long do you reevaluate that, or do you say, oh, they get 6 months of assistance, and then I know you said up through 5 years, but what if what if they have more babies, or
Very good question. Once a participant is certified, excluding a prenatal, they are on for a full year. A prenatal is certified until her delivery, and then we recertify her and the baby.
Okay.
A postpartum mom can also be on the program up to 6 months if she's not breastfeeding. A fully breastfeeding mom or mostly breastfeeding mom can stay on the program another full year.
Wow. Oh. Can I ask why the difference? I'm just curious if there is a...
They feel like the difference between non-breastfeeding and breastfeeding, is that what you're asking?
Yes. I mean, the difference in the length that they're able to stay on.
I believe the rationale is that our breastfeeding moms need more nutritious food for a longer period of time.
Certainly. Having been there and done that, that's very true, too. I mean, that makes perfect sense. And I would assume that was why. I was just seeing if that was why, or if it was to try to encourage more
it seems
moms
like encouraging too.
Yeah, and it is difficult. I tried to make it to that year mark with my children, and it's tough. It gets to a point where it gets, I loved it. I did. I found it to be very much easier until a certain point. We get closer and closer to that year, and I think,
well, you're trying to juggle.
How much longer? Life's getting crazy.
Help me.
But so I think that added support is,
that's why we're here to help
encouraging.
support those moms, and for however long they breastfeed or not. Even if they don't, we're here to support those moms.
Absolutely. That's good. That's really good. I love that. I think that's great. And I was really excited to find out that WIC is going to be one of the partners for LaPorte Hospital at the Mommy Meetup event on June 21st at State Street Community Church. Would you care to tell us what your organization is, what part they're going to play at the event?
Well, first of all, I'm really excited about this and so happy that we have such an organization in our community. IU Health is amazing. They're out there for the community, and this Mommy Meetup was a wonderful event last year. I believe there were over 300 people there. We'll be handing out information about our program. We'll be handing out income guidelines, and, of course, we'll have some goodies on hand, like toothbrushes, etc.
Yeah. That's always good. Can't have too many of those.
No.
I stash those. So then when I know, nieces or nephews come and stay, or
you'll find
kids'
Mary
friends,
Anthony with a bag grabbing
I
everything.
constantly will go. Yeah, I constantly am going, did you forget your toothbrush? Oh, good. Here's one. Keep it and use it.
Put it in your back pocket. It's okay.
Right. Good
use it. Your parents will thank me for this. Use it. That's funny. I think that's fantastic.
And knowledge is power.
I'm really excited to go. I know that I'm going to go as part of the YoungerLife. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't there last year or anything. And so I think it's a great program. And can you tell us who really should who should go? We don't really know too much about it yet. And I know we're going to be doing a couple other shows featuring other partners and kind of what's going to happen. Since you said you guys actually were part of it last year, who really should be trying to make it a point to get out there?
Well, I think any young woman that's either pregnant or has young children, this is a marvelous opportunity for them. They have our other persons that'll be there, of course, is like Junebrook Healthy Families will be there. Pregnancy Assistant, which is a wonderful program. They're going to have events for the toddlers. Last year they had a toddler race.
Oh, that's so cute.
They gave away a year's worth of diapers. This year they're giving away for 2 people to win a year's worth of diapers.
Man, I bet you
That's a fortune.
I know,
I
isn't
bet
that
the toddlers
exciting?
are training all this year.
That
because
is a fortune.
That is huge.
And you know what? Why didn't I know about this when I had a toddler? Because we are a very competitive
I
family.
know, I got to find me a toddler to enter in this race.
Well, that's IU Health is giving away out these diapers, and it's amazing. Last year, that young lady, she was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, it took a burden off of her.
Oh, certainly. I would almost be moved to tears watching, only because it certainly is. It is a huge burden, and you
Huge.
think.
It is.
It's one more thing that you don't have to worry about, and that is so nice to know that, especially with young families.
Well, throughout
it's a big deal.
each of the 4 children that were born, every time I found out that we were coming with another baby,
Yeah.
as soon as I found out we were pregnant, it was time to buy and start stashing
Start
diapers
stacking.
away. It's
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's good planning.
It's true.
So to get a huge diaper,
to know you're having a year.
come on, man, it's
That's
like
incredible.
like that. Yeah, that takes a lot of the burden.
Yes, I mean that's fantastic. Wow, 2 people are going to win that.
We're so excited for her. That was amazing.
That's really cute.
And so you're doing that again this year.
Yeah. LaPorte Hospital does the diaper giveaway.
They do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it just,
It's part of the event.
But it's part of the event.
well, for
yes.
young dads, because young moms out there, moms to be, but young dads as well.
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of young dads that come in our office, and it's just totally awesome when they're here.
Yeah.
I really, really love it. We're having some new things coming up on our program. Do you want me to connect?
Please do.
Please
Real
do.
quick?
Absolutely. Please share that.
Okay. We are going to be, as the end of this month, switching to an EBT card, which will be, right now they get checks with the food items printed right on these checks.
Okay.
But with the EBT card, they'll be able to go to the grocery store, get their other groceries along with their WIC foods, then swipe that card, and it'll take off their WIC foods. Now they have to separate the foods according to what's on each check.
Oh,
This way
okay.
it's going to be so easy for the moms if they want to just pick up a certain couple things from the WIC and then they pick up their other food items. They'll be able to swipe this EBT card and walk out.
And the card will kind of do the math for
That's
you.
what I'm
break it
saying.
up.
It'll just electronically pull
Yes.
it out. Which ones?
Yes. It is
Wow.
electronically.
Nifty.
So
That's really nice. Will that also
Statewide.
be at any grocery store?
It
like
will
you
be
would
all
a
of our
debit card?
local stores, which is both Al's, Kroger's, and Walmart here in LaPorte.
Wow.
Michigan City, it's Myers and Al's and Walmart also.
Okay.
That covers all the bases right there. That's
There you go.
Wow.
It's actually, the EBT cards will be able to be used, and along with the WIC checks, are able to be used throughout the state of Indiana.
That's fantastic.
So it'll be, Mom is traveling to visit Grandma somewhere in Indiana, and she needs something, she'll have her EBT card and be able to spend that.
Now, that brings up a very good question. You said this is a nationwide program. What if you were traveling out of state for an extended vacation, a 2-week vacation or something?
Well, each state has their own program,
Oh,
so
okay.
it would be kind of difficult to go out of the
I
state
see.
and use, because I don't believe that will be a state. National wide.
Yeah.
Right now it's Indiana. I don't know. Maybe later it will be all connected together. That would be great.
that makes sense though.
It does make sense. I understand funding
But
purposes
it's a
would
good
be
question
very
because
difficult.
someone who is new to the program, especially because we live close to a border.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, absolutely.
You may go to Illinois or something like that, or Wisconsin or something, and you're just like, hey,
Michigan, yeah.
I didn't know this.
And we've had this question before, and it's just for state of Indiana right now.
I see. That makes perfect sense. From a funding standpoint, I can
Right,
understand
because
that.
it is, each state has their own funding and how they handle it.
I understand. Well, I'm sure, Dottie, that you have so many stories that are, that have really touched your heart. But is there anything early on, or as you've now been there for 24 years, like you said, that have really just stuck with you? That you just, made you just feel like this is exactly why I do this.
There's so many.
Yeah.
I have. I don't know. I can't think of one separate one. I'm so sorry, but I just really am thrilled when I see the families come in, and then now I'm seeing those babies having babies.
Wow.
That
Yes,
makes
I
sense.
bet with 24 years.
I know.
Yeah, they're at the. It's fabulous too that the program is still there to support them too.
It
Then
started in 1974, actually.
has it been around that long? Wow.
It's
How long
been-
has it been in LaPorte County?
I am thinking at least 27, 28 years.
Wow. That's fantastic.
It's great.
Is it tied to DCS, directly Department of Children's Services or Child Services?
No,
okay, I was just
it's
curious.
It's completely different. It's not like a food stamp program or anything. It's completely on its own.
Wow.
So I think that's what makes it unique.
Yeah, you said
Well,
it's
absolutely.
the Department of Agriculture?
Yes, that's the
Yeah,
initial
that's-
federal funding is from the USDA.
I love that.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's about nutrition.
it's starting at the base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so much that we learn here on the show. I know we're always learning, and the more studies we read and the more people we interview, especially when we're talking to doctors, and you realize it really goes to the very basics. And I love that your program not just says, here's some nutritious food, but it says, here's the nutritious food, and let us tell you why it's important, and let us teach you to do more with it.
And let's connect you
rather
to the
than just-
community. And
Yes.
yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
I think
it is. Like I said, I can't. I mean, it's my
24
passion
years.
and our passion here.
It's certainly something to be
of
passionate about.
do-gooding. That's it. Dottie, 24 years of do-gooding, man. That's awesome.
Well, thank you, but it's a team here, and not just me. It's all of us.
Make
so.
sure you tell everyone, hopefully they're listening too, that, thank them for what they're doing. People thank a lot of people for their service, but you are boots on the ground, and your team and the people who work around you and the management of what you do. So yeah, it's boots on the ground making everything
absolutely better. And who actually teaches the nutrition side of things then?
We all do. We take turns, and we also have a lady coming from Purdue Extension twice a month that does some nutrition education classes that are marvelous.
That's so neat. And that's good for everyone. Even if you do not have young children, we all need to eat better and find new ways to incorporate a few healthier choices in our own, daily meals and snacks. That's for sure. I love the breastfeeding side of things that you mentioned, that you have a breastfeeding consultant.
We do.
Which is a big deal.
Actually, she has a national degree in lactation consulting. Was supposed to be here with me today, but something came up and she wasn't able to come.
Oh, that's no problem. We understand. That's
they're 24/7 for moms. And
wow.
Also, we have our lactation, the one that oversees all the peer counselors. She's wonderful too, and will jump in and help moms, because it is at the beginning. Sometimes it's a little difficult, and
it can be a little
they
bumpy.
need the support, and so
it's nice sometimes. Not everybody. I come from a larger family, so I've always been around kids and cousins and people having babies, but not everybody has that. So it certainly is scary and intimidating, and can be very nerve-wracking if you don't have someone to be able to say, hey, I understand, that's fine, that happens to everybody, not a big deal,
Right, and it's perfectly natural, but yet there are challenges. So
and questions and things that you think, what's wrong with me?
How come this is not? I'm a mom. It's supposed to be easy, and so that's what we're here for. And
I think that's fabulous, Dottie. I appreciate you so much talking to us about the program.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for your program.
And letting us, we always have a great time. We're always learning stuff and trying to share it. I just love that. And I
love listening to your program, too. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Cool. I appreciate that. And I encourage everyone to get out to this Mommy Meetup.
Yes,
again,
ma'am.
State Street Community Church on June 21st. And, if you have questions about WIC, then will you personally be there, Dottie?
I will be there. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, find Dottie, and she will.
And for your nutrition classes and things like that, where can they go online? Can they find a posting?
Or your phone numbers for both offices would be fantastic.
I'll give you the phone numbers. Our LaPorte office is 219-326-7565, and our Michigan City line is 219-879-3025.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dottie. And you know what? I'm going to come and find you and hug you in person on that.
Well,
I want to get a hug.
Too. Thank you so much, and I was happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, she's great, honestly. It's so much great information. I didn't realize to the extent of the things that they do and assist people with and teach people. I think that is, again, when we talk about going back to the basics, it really is learning. And, we all get stuck in bad habits as far as nutritional habits.
Yes,
And,
ma'am.
we are all guilty of that. And so just to get a different, perspective.
Have a program like that. And back when, what is it now, 20 years ago that I used the WIC program.
Right.
Yeah, it's expanded. It's grown.
That's fantastic. And, I love that they point out, I don't want to keep throwing the breastfeeding thing in, but what I love about that is
The one thing I don't know about.
well, what I love about it, though, as far as that aspect of it is, I feel like I thought my own perception was the formula assistance and stuff like that, baby foods, juices. I didn't realize to the extent of the food that they get or help people have an allowance for to get, and the aspect of assisting the mom if they are breastfeeding like that. Not only with the healthy foods, but the peer consultant is a huge deal. That's a huge help.
I remember the challenges of my wife when she was breastfeeding, and she did, and she was. We would talk about it. It's like where do we go to ask these questions? You want to ask your family, but at the same time,
or you can call the hospital and talk to a nurse, but that's even a little bit more difficult. They're very busy. You don't know if you're gonna
who you're gonna
have
reach,
to go
exactly.
in.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean.
To have it all kind of all in one package.
Certainly,
that's awesome.
It's fabulous, and we always talk about how many resources we have in our own community and maybe don't realize it. And I think this is one people really need to look more into. I think it's fantastic. And again, it doesn't have to be a situation where you are, need assistance in every other aspect. Like she said, it doesn't have to be where you're on welfare. It's not tied together. They're separate. So this is just a great separate little thing here.
Is good counseling.
That's it. And it's learning, and it's, please, I would love to take some nutrition classes just to learn how to maybe cook healthier. I think we do decent, but I could always learn something new. I'm always trying new recipes through here, So I love it. I just feel like it's a great lesson, and I hope people really check it out. And the Mommy Meetup should be a really cool thing. I didn't know about the diaper giveaway last year. It's amazing this year that the hospital is doing 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's really incredible.
A year's worth of diapers that will take the edge off of so much.
Certainly.
Man. Come on.
Honestly, you're talking a minimum of 2 years in diapers on average for most kids.
Yeah, come on.
And then, so that's a long time. And to cut that in half.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge deal. So
that's your college,
and
baby.
not to mention all the advice you can get. So anyone that is interested in maybe even learning more about WIC, but is maybe unsure or too intimidated or nervous to just call one of the offices, go to this Mommy Meetup, and you'll have the opportunity to not
casually engage.
That's it, and not only meet Dottie and others from the WIC offices, you will be able to have other resources available there. So I think it's fantastic, and it doesn't have to be just families that have children. Again, if you're expecting, that counts right there.
Right there, that's 2.
I think I love that's so
2.
cute. That's just 2. A cute image when she says a pregnant woman counts as a family of 2. That's sweet. You're already a family, and it's important to prepare like you already are and plan for that. So
and I have to reiterate it one more time. I know it was said, and it's just something I have to state. Moms, expecting moms, young mothers, look at the program. It's a great program, but young fathers. You have a tendency sometime, you're like, I'll just do it. But if you need or want to add a little bit more to your family, to your young growing family, take a look at the program, go to the Mommy Meetup, ask some questions as well.
It.
I did it, and I was so happy with the WIC program and what it did for me, my,
absolutely,
my significant other and my daughter at the time.
Absolutely.
It was a great program. So.
And I love that you point out the dads too. They want to be involved, and sometimes they feel left out of that part, the pregnancy part, to a point. So include. I love that. My husband was involved in all of that stuff. It was fun because it wasn't. You're not just a family of 2. You are a family of 3.
Family of 3. Yeah, so, we did the birthing classes, the whole thing.
I know. So did we. Yeah. Well, it's funny. Rick and I discussed last week how laughter is contagious. And because I tend to laugh at inappropriate times. And during our Lamaze class was one of them. during our Lamaze class was one of them. It's all serious and everybody's quiet and I get the giggles. And so then as I'm trying to stifle it and hear my husband, who's trying to stifle it as well, behind me, like in my ear laughing. It was terrible. I mean, it was funny, but it was terrible to try not to.
Well, the more you try to suppress the laugh, the bigger it
the
gets,
harder
too,
it is. And we certainly didn't want to ruin everyone else's time, but we couldn't. I thought they were going to, I was afraid they were going to kick us out.
What's going on over there?
Which, it's true. It's definitely include your spouse and, both partners. And WIC sounds like they do a fabulous job of proving that, reiterating that. This is a family affair, and they're all about that support.
Holistic, man. Holistic.
I love that. Absolutely. Yeah. Check them out. They will be at Mommy Meetup again. It's at State Street Community Church on June 21st. And it's going to be good. We're going to do a few other things. They're just one of the partners for the LaPorte Hospital is partnering with. So we'll have more on that.
And the phone number to the LaPorte office is, again, 219-326-7565. It's 219-326-7565. And Michigan City is 219-279-3025. That's 219-279-3025. So, give them a call or go to the Mommy Meetup,
Absolutely.
A great way to touch base.
It is. It's fantastic. So I was really excited when they were going to be able to join us and tell us more about it. I know I learned a lot about it myself, so I think that's fantastic.
And that whole EBT card thing where it
that's
does
crazy.
The math, it separates the math for you.
But and not only that, this is something that nobody wants to say, but sometimes people, no matter what, they get embarrassed about having any assistance, which you should never be embarrassed about being brave enough to ask for assistance if it's available.
Being
it's
brave
there.
enough to use the assistance that's
it's
given.
there.
It's there for you to use. Yes.
So I think it's crazy, but it's a real thing.
Improve the situation if you can.
Sometimes. So absolutely. But so that will help eliminate any of that. I would imagine for someone that doesn't want to have to, if there's a long line and they have to match up each check with the item on it with each thing, if they have to do that, it takes a few extra minutes, and people are impatient occasionally.
Well, we did. Yes, they are.
We certainly run into that occasionally. Where you're going to just find people. I know with my own kids in grocery lines where I have a ton of stuff, and people are like, "Oh, they're not the most patient."
Did you just harumph me?
I
typically feed my kids.
I'm the one that's there forever because I typically, if I see a person walk up with just one or two things, I'm going, go ahead in front of me because I have a whole lot. And, and my kids get to the point where they're like, oh, again, someone else. But, we have a lot, obviously, typically. So,
well, with the WIC program, I remember getting really good at it. You knew exactly what you could get from your list, and you just put those in the front. You boom, 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 boom.
Something I didn't ask Dottie, you might be able to tell me then. Is it brand specific?
It wasn't when I was using
I mean, clearly it's been a long time since you've done it.
Yeah, but it was just like milk, tuna.
Yeah.
I remember the milk and tuna because, that's what we ate a lot of milk. We drank a lot of milk, ate a lot of tuna. The carrots.
So it's probably not brand. I mean, I would imagine still brand
specific. It was more, just good for you type food.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. And that is actually a lot easier than trying to.
Oh my gosh, that would have been a thing.
I know. I mean, that would be terrible, I would imagine. I mean, and that's what I mean more like having to search for just the right one or So I think that's a lot better. But I do think the card aspect is incredible. And I know Dottie said the majority of this week, actually, they're going to be training on this new spin on the program to make things run a lot smoother. And I think that is fabulous. And I think people will really appreciate it. I mean, the technology today, it's crazy really to know it just speeds so much up.
Yes. But
can be intimidating for us that aren't very good at it, but I mean, technology in general, I'm constantly going, wait, I just learned this and now it's different.
Does this now?
But,
But this is easy, an easy upgrade to technology.
And that's what I love, is that sounds like it's just going to make it easier. I love that it just, I would imagine it sounds like you're just going to swipe that and then it would tell you your remaining balance is. That's so easy.
We'll just do it all and it's just auto.
That's amazing.
That's useful.
Absolutely. How useful is that?
Super useful.
Yeah, I know.
Very useful.
Yep. She was great. Thanks again, Dottie, for joining us today talking about WIC.
Man.
I know. We've got a busy week. So tomorrow today is our normal check-in Monday with Jackie, Jenny, and Dwayne. Well, because of this upcoming training, we could only have WIC today. So we said, okay, so we talked to our pals and they were all very understanding. And so we bumped our check-in Monday to tomorrow.
Check-in Tuesday.
So our Younger Life check-in challenge on Mondays is going to be on Tuesday this week. So when you turn on tomorrow, don't think it's a rerun. It's just us changing things up. You never know what we're going to do here.
Shake it up, baby. Someone take a lampshade off this show.
So that will be tomorrow. And the rest of the week, goodness, it's just... a bunch going on. We're gonna actually try to get out to the State Street Community Church. Mm-hmm. We want to talk. Nate Laux is the pastor out there, and he's fabulous. We had him on air early on in the program when we first started discussing the art of neighboring, and he was fantastic. It was really cool.
One.
Yeah, it was very early on, and he's a very interesting guy and really passionate about what he does as well. And the church is very involved in the community and very, unlike most churches, really, as far as just, hey, whatever, you know what, you're here, we'll accept you as you are and go forward. And I love that aspect. And they're very involved in a lot of these community things. And so we're trying to get out to the actual church. I mean, of course, if we aren't able to, tech-wise, we'll have Nate back in here. But we'd like to kind of go and see where the actual Mommy Meetup event will be. Mm-hmm. And I know Maddie from LaPorte Hospital is going to join us as well. She's one of the key components of putting together this event. And so she'll be able to really dive in and tell us about it. On. Yeah, it's always busy. You never know.
Well, now I had to write it down real quick because I'm going to put this on a T-shirt if he hasn't done it already. The art of neighboring. That sounds so awesome to me because it was bringing in old like rum cake part of the list. Is that
no?
Is that not
but that is no, it is not. But that would probably be nice. That would probably be nice to avoid. But still,
here's a regifted rum cake.
Yeah, okay. It is a really cool concept in general, and
man, we could all use classes on that.
It's so true. I've always joked that I know etiquette type stuff, people want to say is very old school, but it's very valid in everyday life. Yeah. And there are just kindness goes so far that people just forget. And it's not even just kindness. It's even a step under kindness and consideration. It doesn't have to be something as, I'm going to do something sweet for them today. It's just saying, oh, yeah, they're still there. Hello, I remember you.
That's how's it going? Yeah.
Can I help you with that? Yep. I see your arms are full. Do you need a hand? Or
talk about if you want to make the world a better place, it starts in your own neighborhood.
And it's just little things like that make such a big difference in all of our lives. I recently actually I teased the kids and said we need to think of a way to pay it forward. It was something so minute, really, but we had packed lunch for the day to go somewhere, and I said, I'm dying of thirst. And so we went through a fast food drive-through for just drinks. Mm-hmm. And we only had, I think we had, 3 drinks maybe. And we got up there, and I had my money out already. I was talking to the gal, so nice. And I said, how much is it? She said, don't worry about it, honey. I said, oh, no. I already had my cash out, too. And, I don't carry cash very often. I actually had cash on me. So I said, no, it's okay. And she said, no, really, don't worry about it. It was so nice. I said, that is so sweet.
Look at that.
I said, that's so nice. And it's something so little, but was so sweet. And my kids were like, oh, really? That's so nice. That was awesome. And I said, I know. Now we need to do something nice for somebody. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And, it's such a lesson to teach them. Even something that little, as a free lemonade, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just nice. And made it to be a nice day. So I appreciated that. If you're listening, it was very sweet.
Was that you?
It was very sweet. So anyway, we've got lots of exciting things, always something new going on, trying to, there's always so much in the works. It's like I hate to always like dangle the carrot. I know that that's supposed to be what you're supposed to do, but that's not me. I feel like I don't want to really tease people and go, we're trying to do this. We're also
it's gonna be so epic.
See, that's just not me.
It's coming right now.
There's always nice things, and we're always have big ideas and trying to get out there and do them. We had been talking about taking a walk with a nurse practitioner from a local pediatrician office through Lura Park, actually, because we had Rick and I had talked about that Get Fit Parks program. Mm-hmm. And you log your exercise, and we're going to try to make it part of the check-in challenge with Jackie, Jenny, and Dwayne, and at our local parks, or even if you do it at home, but you record a total of like 14 entries on these. It's called Get Fit Passports, or Passport to Health, or something like that. It's really cute. All right. And then you turn it in at the hospital or at your doctor's office. and they do prize drawings periodically. So we are trying to get out to actually go for one of the walks with this nurse practitioner. Her family participated last year. So we're hoping to do that this week, and just so much.
I see with all the goofy things that run through my mind, which is constant, and I apologize for being who I am, with the going out and the walking, if you have a toddler, you should put this toddler in training so they can get walking too, so they can win those
certainly.
diapers, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Work that toddler, man.
Well, especially if you're going to be out at the mommy meetup to try to win those diapers.
Work that toddler, man. Make that toddler earn his keep by winning.
Dangle that carrot. Free diapers for a year? Are you kidding me?
You better work.
That's
some
for
Rocky
sure.
music and some montage music. Get that toddler out there working. So.
That's for sure. I did want to point out at the library something we've talked about before, and I really want to talk about a little bit more. When we were at the mobile library, they were telling us about the summer thing they've done for a while on the lawn. This year, because of the renovations going on at the main branch in LaPorte, it's going to be on the lawn of the Civic. But this is the first Monday. It's called Pack-a-Sack Mondays, where they kind of learn something new. It's a new skill kind of thing. And very, very cool ideas. And today is the first one at 11. And I was going to tell you what it was about. It's called Build It Kickoff Event. That's the theme. Pack-a-Sack is today. It's 11 a.m. on the lawn of the Civic Auditorium and in LaPorte. And today it is put your design skills to the test. You're going to construct a bridge and use a demolition ball and try to conquer other engineering challenges. So that's today at 11
That's today.
on the lawn.
Okay.
And so they're going to have Mondays. It's Mondays throughout June and July, actually different ideas. And there's a couple that I really want to get out to with my kids. I asked as far as age wise, and they're kind of looking at like preschool through, I don't know, 8th, 9th grade maybe. So things that they would enjoy. Just get out there if nothing else. It'll be fun to watch others do it, even if you aren't participating, I think. So sounds like a good time.
Stuff. Yeah, come on, man.
For sure.
All right, well, that's another
it. I know.
episode of Younger Life Live. I'm Mike Sanders.
I'm Mary Anthony. Thanks.
Catch you tomorrow.
AM 1420, WIMS, Michigan City, a Girard Media Company station.